Get ready for a whirlwind of NBA action. Steph Curry's return is on the horizon, and we've got the latest on his recovery and when he might be back on the court for the Warriors. Then, the highly anticipated matchup. Jonathan Kuminga faces his former team, the Golden State Warriors, for the first time since the trade. What happened in this showdown? But it wasn't just about Kuminga. The Warriors are grappling with significant injuries, especially to Steph Curry and Moody. We're diving deep into those injury updates and what they mean for the team's playoff push. And finally, the Atlanta Hawks dismantled the Warriors in a critical game. We break down how the Hawks dominated and what this loss means for Golden State's standings. Don't miss a second, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the PopSockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Warriors inching closer to a full roster, as Steph Curry and Moody show positive injury progress. After a challenging stretch marked by key absences, the Golden State Warriors are cautiously optimistic about the imminent return of two vital players, Steph Curry and Moody. Curry, sidelined for the last 20 games with a persistent knee injury, has been making significant strides, intensifying his individual on-court workouts. While he'll miss the remainder of the current 6-game road trip, including upcoming matchups against the Atlanta Hawks and Dallas Mavericks, the team plans to reevaluate him upon their return home next week. The anticipation builds for his potential return against the Brooklyn Nets on Wednesday, followed by a game against the Washington Wizards before a road trip to Denver. Meanwhile, Moody is also on the mend from a sprained right wrist that has kept him out for 9 games. He, too, has ramped up his on-court activity and is slated for reevaluation on Tuesday. The potential return of both Curry and Moody offers a much-needed boost to the Warriors, who are currently fighting for a play-in spot. This news has sparked hopeful discussions among fans and analysts alike, eager to see the team at full strength as the regular season winds down. Don't go anywhere, because the real drama is just unfolding. We'll tell you exactly how Jonathan Kuminga fared in his first game back against his former team, the Warriors. Jonathan Kuminga's reunion with the Warriors falls flat as the Hawks dominate in a decisive victory. The highly anticipated trade deadline reunion between Jonathan Kuminga and his former team, the Golden State Warriors, proved to be a muted affair. In their first meeting since Kuminga was traded to the Atlanta Hawks, the Warriors suffered a significant 126-110 loss. Kuminga himself had a quiet performance, scoring only 2 points on 1 of 9 shooting in 22 minutes off the bench, struggling to find his rhythm against his old squad. The game was further complicated by the absence of key players on both sides, including Kristaps Porzingis for the Warriors and Jalen Johnson for the Hawks. The Warriors' second-half collapse was particularly glaring, marked by a string of turnovers that allowed the Hawks to build a substantial lead. Despite a competitive first half, Golden State faltered after halftime, as Atlanta seized control with a dominant third quarter. Dyson Daniels emerged as a standout for the Hawks, pouring in 28 points. This loss plunges the Warriors further below .500 and intensifies their struggle to secure a playoff spot, dropping them to 10th place in the Western Conference. But was Kuminga's quiet game a sign of things to come, or just a blip on the radar? We'll explore the lingering good vibes and what Jonathan Kuminga himself had to say about facing his old team. Atlanta Hawks deliver a stunning third-quarter blitz to dismantle the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors experienced a dramatic collapse in their matchup against the Atlanta Hawks, ultimately succumbing to a 126-110 defeat. After a closely contested first half that saw the Warriors trail by just 2 points at the break, the game took a sharp turn in the third quarter. The Hawks unleashed a relentless offensive and defensive surge, outscoring the Warriors 39-20 in the period and effectively putting the game out of reach. This pivotal stretch was characterized by suffocating defense, forced turnovers, and quick transitions that capitalized on Warriors' mistakes. Despite a valiant effort from players like D'Anthony Melton and Nate Williams, who led the Warriors with 20 and 19 points respectively, Golden State couldn't withstand the Hawks' onslaught. The Hawks showcased a balanced attack, with Dyson Daniels leading the charge with 28 points, complemented by strong performances from CJ McCollum and Mohamed Gay. The loss further complicates the Warriors' playoff aspirations, highlighting their struggles with consistency and depth, especially with ongoing injury concerns. This decisive victory for the Hawks solidifies their strong form, while the Warriors are left to regroup and address their late-game execution. While the game itself was a blowout, the narrative around Jonathan Kuminga's return to face his former team is far from over. We'll delve into the post-game reactions and the surprisingly positive relationships that remain between Kuminga and the Warriors. Jonathan Kuminga's return to face the Warriors was anticlimactic, but the focus shifts to enduring relationships and future growth. The highly anticipated return of Jonathan Kuminga to face his former team, the Golden State Warriors, was overshadowed by a decisive 126-110 victory for the Atlanta Hawks. Kuminga, traded to Atlanta in exchange for Kristaps Porzingis, had a subdued performance, tallying just 2 points on inefficient shooting. Despite the on-court outcome, the post-game atmosphere was filled with positive interactions, as Kuminga reconnected with former teammates and coaches, including a warm exchange with Steve Kerr. Kerr acknowledged the challenges of Kuminga's previous role with the Warriors, emphasizing the team's championship aspirations limited his opportunity for development, while Kuminga expressed contentment with his new situation in Atlanta. Kuminga himself downplayed the significance of facing his old team, stating his focus is entirely on his current role with the Hawks and building something special. Coach Quinn Snyder echoed this sentiment, highlighting Kuminga's adaptation to the Hawks system. The interactions, however, underscored the strong personal bonds that persist despite the business of the NBA, with Kuminga describing his former teammates as brothers. This narrative of camaraderie amidst team transitions offers a nuanced perspective on Kuminga's departure and his future in the league. But before we look too far ahead, let's recap all the major NBA headlines that just dropped. Stay tuned for a rapid-fire rundown of all the top stories you need to know. And that's a wrap on today's NBA action. Steph Curry and Moses Moody are inching closer to a return, giving the Warriors a much-needed boost. Jonathan Kuminga faced his former team, the Warriors, in a game that saw the Atlanta Hawks dominate. The Warriors suffered a tough loss to the Hawks, struggling significantly in the second half. We've got all the angles covered, but your voice matters. What did you think of Kuminga's performance? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to news for all your up-to-the-minute sports updates, and smash that notification bell so you never miss a moment. Follow us on all our social channels for more exclusive content.